Good grief, I guess I'll have to kind of like be over here. So I'm on. Oh, hello. I'm on the treadmill. I'm thinking I'm gonna try treadmilling it. That light is pretty crazy. I'll put it over here. Oh, that's about no, that's pretty good. Okay, well, let's just try it. So anyway, it's about, let's see if I can see my clock like this. Yeah, I can. It's 3:06 in the morning. And you know what? I'm having a little internal battle right now. So I figured I'd come over here and try to see if I can get my mind a little better place. I'm gonna put it over there. Is that worse? That's worse. Here, I'll just go like this the whole time. Hey. So anyway, I'm having a little hard time sleeping and all that. So I figured, you know what? Let's try to see if we could come over here and try to get a little exercise in, a little fitness, and better than, the alternative of putting yourself in a worse mood or trying to I don't know, maybe just, having bad thoughts or something like that. I figured, hey, you know what? I don't really know how much time I have before I have to leave, but why spend those moments being upset or feeling bad about yourself or whatever. So what should we talk about? We can talk about well, I guess I could tell you why I'm having a hard time sleeping and all that right now. Honesty's a big thing. And when you're, I always tell you guys, out of everybody in the world, honestly, the person I've been the most truthful with in the world is Tori, by far. There's stuff she doesn't know, but she's not old enough to ask the questions or anything like that. But I'll never lie to you guys, none of you guys, about it. I think I've lied to Aiden and Carson one time now, and that was about not being completely honest with you guys about one time that I drank, and I've always felt bad for that, but I kind of felt like it would be worse if you guys knew about that situation. Let's speed this up. And it just might not have gone well, with your guys' mom or, whoever, and that doesn't make it right. I should have been honest with you. But, people make mistakes, and at the time I felt like it was the right choice to make. It had nothing to do with shame or guilt or anything like that. I'll explain more to you guys when you're older, and you can ask me about it, and I'm fine with that. So what I'm getting at, though, is there's a lot of other people in the world, in my life, in my world, that I haven't been honest with. And, that was for a lot of reasons. Shame, guilt, and pretty much just deceiving people was the main reasons. I didn't want people to know, either I was doing what I was doing because they would call me on it, and they'd look at me different, feel different about me. They would, how do you say it? They would have their guard up, So instead, what I did, I lied, and then, the truth always comes out. So, and then they would find out, okay, he lied about this. So not only now would they have a problem with what I lied about, because that was the problem in the first place. Let's just use an easy generic example. Drinking. Okay, so if I drink, and let's say Mika, Papa, Grandma, somebody was kind of like, he's acting weird, seems like he drank, but I was just kind of like, okay, if I tell them I drank, I'm gonna let them down. I'm gonna make them feel like they can't trust me. So what I'll do, here's a good idea. What I'll do, I'll lie about it, and then they won't have to feel that way. They'll just, be like, hey, you were suspicious for no reason, and something's wrong. But all in all, maybe he didn't drink, So then they find out, hey, my suspicions were correct. He drank, right? So now their guard's up about me drinking, right? But what their guard's also up about is that I'm not trustworthy. He lied, right? So what that does is the same thing I always try to tell you guys about. It's easier to tell somebody else how to live their life than it is to take your own good advice. But the point is, for me, a lot of my deception was due to alcoholism. And that's not a cop-out. It's still me. I did it. But a lot of my deceptions, turned up a little, was due to alcoholism, okay? So my alcoholism and mental health go hand in hand. I drank because I wasn't taking care of my mental health. All the time I should have been on medicine, I wasn't. So what I did is I self-medicated by drinking. Stupid. But when you get in a cycle, you don't know what else to do, and it's hard to get out of. We can get into all that later. But so now, okay, I've been on the right medicine for going on 4 weeks here, okay? And the impact it's made in my life that other people have seen and that I've seen in myself is dramatic. It's very dramatic. I have the capability, to think better, be more thoughtful about things, process things better. I have the normal thinking process a lot more than I used to, where I don't just do, okay, Mika said this, what did she mean by, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to get over that, how could she say that to me, so instead of now, I could be like, well, maybe she felt this way when she said that, maybe it ain't really how she feels, but, she was mad and emotional and said this, or, I do that too, and, I'm being able to, how would you say it? Determine what's real and what's not. Even with myself, so, I'm not going to pretend, oh, it's magic, I'm on medicine and all of a sudden I'm a great magic man. No. I still will get mad. I still lose my temper. It's not even close to the same, but, turn it up. I'll still lose my temper. But what I'm learning how to do is, walk away and be able to think about it and come back and say, hey, you know what? That wasn't right. And whether my apology is received or not, it's still, I said it, I did it, and it takes a big person to be able to say, hey, you know what? I did you wrong by saying this, I belittled your feelings, I betrayed your trust, whatever it is. So, let's see, probably haven't even gone that far. Half a mile. You know, it's not bad. Got a bad leg. You know, so it's getting better. You know, the point is, if you don't break trust, you don't gotta mend trust, you know. Mend, you know, like you're mending a hole in a pair of pants. You know, you're fixing it, sewing it back together. So I'm struggling with having to get people to believe me, you know, with and it'll happen in time. You know, it's gonna take a long time to fix something that I have years of habits doing. You know, 1 month, big deal, Nick. It's 1 month. You've done good for 1 month. What about all the blank, blank, blank? You know, fill in the blank. The hurt you cause, you know, the destruction, the chaos, you know, all these different things that, you know, I've done. You know, whether due to my addiction, mental health, whatever, I did it. That's, people are only going to see Nick did it, not Nick's alcoholism, not Nick's mental health. Nick did it, and that's true. So, you know, there's a why I did it. You know, I did it because of, you know, problem, whatever. Still the fact, it was me. So, you don't break trust, you don't gotta gain trust, you know. I've said a few times in a few videos that, you know, you guys could tell me anything. You know, I just made a video letting Hezi and Tori know, you know, it'll be easier to talk to each other about some things, or friends about some things, or, you know, whatever that may help. Having a peer may help them understand, and they'll be able to, you know, move forward with that. So it's the same thing with Aiden and Carson, you know, Leah and Skylar. You know, it may just be easier to talk to your brother or your big sister, little sister, you know, best friend, whatever. That's natural. So anyway, it's hard to talk and do this. So tomorrow is Tori, well, I guess today is Tori's basketball game, so we're gonna do that. I love you guys, you know. I'm not mad at nobody, or, you know, feeling, you know, I guess I kind of do feel bad for myself sometimes when I think about the struggle that I have, or that I face with regaining trust, or, you know, just obstacles, hurdles that I have to overcome in my future. And that's, it's not like I feel bad for myself to where I'm like, oh, poor me. I guess I feel bad for myself in terms of like, man, you really made a mess of some stuff, and it's hard to clean it up, you know. It's going to take a lot of time, and those are hard feelings to go through. But I don't cry. I don't have pity for myself. I feel bad that I made the mistakes, and that, you know, I've become a person I don't want to be, you know. But, you know, we all take steps, little steps, you know, that could lead you down a path you don't want to go down. So, yeah. You know, I just figured while I'm in here warming up and trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do to try to clear my mind from this stuff, you know, I'd make you guys a little video, and you know, maybe me expressing these things to you guys will, I don't know, help one of you. There's 6 of you, so you know, there's a good chance one of you will listen to it and be like, you know what, I've been doing something too that might make it hard for people to, you know, believe me or trust me or, you know, feel confident in me. You know what's really weird is I started this video at the same time I started the treadmill. Right now the video says 15:37, and when I said that, the timer on the treadmill said 15:07. So I'm wondering which one's jipping me. Got a feeling it's this damn machine. So anyway, you guys just, you know, it's like I always tell you, pick what kind of life you want to have. You know, pick what kind of friendships you want to have, pick what kind of, you know, because I'll tell you right now, if you guys lie to me all the time, I'll never be done with you, but I might just be kind of like, okay, all right, yeah, okay, oh yeah, you know, you need money for your light bill, right? Why do you need that? Oh, your check, oh, there's something funny going on with your check, huh? Okay. You know, people will do that. They'll be like, oh, well, you know, my work, they said that they mailed my check and instead of handing it to me, or my direct deposit didn't go through. You know, I need money for this, you know, and it's like, you spent that money is what happened. You know, you probably went out and bought a dinner you couldn't afford for a girl you shouldn't have gone with, or, you know, went on a spring break trip that you couldn't really afford, and now you're trying to, you know, recoup. It happens. People do that kind of stuff. You know, I've done that, so I'm not going to pretend that kind of stuff doesn't, you know, take place. Those are learning lessons, you know. Mika's really good at that, you know. She won't spend money she don't have, usually. But anyway, you know, I'll talk to you guys later. I love you very much, and I hope everybody's having a good day when they watch this. Thank you guys for being my reason. You know, a lot of people don't have any reason to keep going. You know, you should love yourself, and that should be a reason, but it's better to have even more reasons, and you guys are my reasons. So anyway, I love you. Bye.